Okay, next up, our right back, Pavard. What's everyone's thoughts on how his season will go?
Well, that's difficult.
It does seem like people are a lot more positive on Pavard now than they were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, bold prediction now. I think Mazraoui will not replace Pavard in this whole season. I think Pavard will be the starter the whole season, and especially for the important games. I think Mazraoui is not like getting the starting position this season. That's just my bold prediction on that. If you want us like a rating or you want like scoring scores, I think scores is like a bit difficult to predict for a defender. But if you want a rating, I would say honestly a 7 to 7.5, and that's enough to be better than Mazraoui this whole season. I don't know why I say that, but I just have a feeling that Mazar. Not saying he's a flop, but I say he needs at least a season. Yeah.
I actually agree with Noggles on that for two reasons. One, Mazraoui's pretty injury prone. Last season he had the eye injury, I think it was, but
Yep.
he still has not the best injury record. And then I think Pavard is looking to get in that France team for the World Cup. So we're going to see him really shine up until the World Cup. And then if he has a World Cup, I can really see him come back and just take that spot from the right back position. And my second reason is that last season, in my opinion, he was probably our best defender, to be honest, because he did better than. Well, you can debate it with Lucas, but he did better than Sula and Upamecano easily. So I think you can argue he was our best defender last season, and he started this season well too in the Bundesliga with that really good goal. I really did not think he was going to score it with the amount of defenders there. Um, but he did have some hiccups against the cup game, but it seemed that it might have just been rust because he played really well against Frankfurt. In terms of like stats, I want to see more assists from him, to be honest, but he's not known for going forward just because he really does help out our backline a lot by staying back with the balance.
Yep.
Um, I'd say 3 assists would be fair, and then if he can get one more goal, that would be nice. So 2 goals, 3 assists around there for him, and then I think the average rating for him would probably be 7 to 7.5, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay. One question I have for you before we ask Nagels about his opinion on how Pavard, assists and scores will look like. When you say 3 assists, are you talking about just the Bundesliga, or are you talking about all competitions? Because I think we need to make that clear.
Oh yeah. That's just for Bundesliga. It's really hard for me to give like a assessment on the Champions League just because I don't know the groups or the runs we're gonna get. But I think in the Champions League, I want to see some in goal involvements. Maybe if he gets like 2 assists in the Champions League, I'd consider that a pretty decent record for him.
Okay, that's fair. Nagels, what about you? I mean, you already talked about how you think his season will go in regards that he's gonna, be the number one in our team. But in terms of, let's just say stats, how do you think his will look like? Now, just for comparison, last season he's played 36 games and got 2 assists, one in the Bundesliga and one in the Champions League.
Okay. I go with 6 assists all competitions. I think he already scored 2 goals. Okay, if you don't count the Super League, the Super Cup, it's only 1 goal. So I'd say 6 assists and maybe like 2 goals. And I think for Pavard, that's already enough. I don't think he needs to prove himself by assists or goals. I think there are other qualities he has.
Okay, that's fair enough. And overall rating, I know you said it's difficult to give defenders a rating, but what would you to give him as a rating?
No, I didn't say it was hard to give them a rating. I said it was hard to judge them by their score amount, like whether they have assists or not. Assists or
I see.
yeah. As a rating, I would say I think I would say 7 to 7.5, and I think that's enough to bench Mazraoui for the important game.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with a lot of what you lot said in regards to I think he's gonna have a great season. I think he's probably gonna be a starting right back for a significant amount of time. But I do see ultimately Mazraoui replacing him, maybe like after the World Cup. For me, what I think, as I said, he had 2 assists last season, one in the Bundesliga, one in the Champions League. I think he's gonna hit 5 assists, and I think he's gonna hit 5 goals in all competition. And if I'm breaking it down in the Bundesliga, I think he's gonna hit 4 goals, and I think he's gonna hit 4 assists. So I think he's gonna hit 1 goal and 1 assist in the Champions League. That's my prediction right now. In terms of rating, I'd give him I think he's gonna get like a. Last season he was our most consistent defender. I wouldn't say our best, but if he's judging it by consistency, I would say he was our most consistent defender, and I think that's going to be the case again this season. And I think he's gonna get like a 7.5 this season, but like a 7.5 throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
Whereas other players will go higher and then obviously have their dips as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.